Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new installment of the ME Show. This is Ali Midao, and we are here in the ME studios where I'm super happy, excited, cannot hide it as I have an expert, a professional when it comes to all things taxes. See, it's so important to have a tax professional, not just a tax preparer. And this young lady not only is that, but she cares. She has the heartbeat. By trade, she has been a nurse, which means what? She truly cares all the way about what it means to cater to people, to nurture people, to help people, to even save some people in certain cases. She's an immigrant like myself, and she focuses on women and immigrants overall by cultivating, helping, educating, and providing the information necessary. And of course, always and always going the extra mile. So I am super, super excited for the very first and certainly not the last to bring before you on her very first time here at the ME Show, the one and only Martine Newman. What's going on, Rockstar? How you doing today?
Hey, Ali, thank you so much for having me. I love that introduction. Thank you
I
so
only
much.
speak the truth, my friend. I only speak the truth. Well, first and foremost, I want to dig right in because I know a lot are wondering, being an immigrant is an advantage that most people don't understand. And what I'm talking about is that we have something to compare to the opportunities that we've been blessed with. And, you certainly have been blessed and you're cycling that blessing to other individuals. I would love if we can dig a little bit into your growing up. Did you come here very early and very young, or was it already that you had your roots established in back home? Tell us a little bit about the beginning of the greatness.
Well, for me, my dad moved here when I was 8 years old. For some reason, I always knew that I would be reunited with him. So I started learning English ever since then, from like 8 years old on my own, starting learning because I knew this is where my roots eventually would be. So I moved here when I was 17, and from then on, it's been, I wouldn't say, like a hard path, but easier than most because I was a little bit familiar already with the language, even though I couldn't really understand everything, but I was able to communicate with people. And I had made it a point, like I came in with other siblings, and we were together trying to like learn the language to make life um, easier for for us.
I love that. So every immigrant, including myself, always remembers their birth date. Obviously, that's for everybody, but also their arrival date. Do you remember your arrival date to the United States when you were 17?
I sure do, and I celebrate every year. It was um, November 1st, 1991.
That's insane that we remember that,
Mhm.
huh? Mine was June 20th, 2002, and I can even tell you at 2:20 in the afternoon out of JFK was my first time putting my foot down in these United States of America. So that's great. Um, how was it, being a 17-year-old growing up in what becomes at one point this new world to us that we have to adapt to and learn its culture, learn its foods, learn its behavior, and so on and so forth? How was that transition? I mean, was it organic and natural, or did you have to go through some challenges early on? Like, tell me a little bit about that 17 to, the grown woman phase, if you will.
Yes, Ali. At first, at 17, I felt very mature compared to the 17-year-old that were in my high school. I felt that they were not um, progressing enough to me. Like things they were laughing about to me were like serious matters. So I felt like I had to, at a certain point, I had to kind of like come down a little bit to match up with the local area. I guess like the people that I was dealing with, I felt like I had to try to in a integrate in a sense. I don't know if I'm making sense in what I'm saying.
No, no, I totally get it. Most won't understand, but believe me when I tell you, I get what you mean. It's you see, I was born and raised in Morocco, in Northwest Africa, and though
Mhm.
I believe in Christ, it's predominantly a Muslim country. And my name is Ali, and I came in June 20th, 2002, right after 9/11. I mean, literally not even a full
Mm.
year to 9/11. So there was a lot of stigma. There was a lot of, terrorist jokes, all these
Mhm.
different things that were dropped
Mhm.
the whole
Mhm.
time. So
Mhm.
you didn't understand, like, what's why, right? But it was just, it's not that people were bad, it's just the way it was, be different. You go to a different environment where there's a lot of ignorance of who I am and what I
Mhm.
represent, and that leads to those very specific moments. So I totally get it. Did you always like incline and knew that you were going to lean onto the nursing side of professionalism as far as your career goes? Or was that something that you kind of developed later on, or did you want to do something else? Talk to me about that phase where you, what did you want to know what you do when you grew up, if you will?
Uh, I know I've always wanted to be a teacher, to teach, to educate. And in my deep in my soul, I knew that I wanted to serve. I grew up Catholic, and that was the mindset we were always in. Like it's like helping somebody else, like either do better for themselves, helping somebody else, um, just helping. And I remember one time, like when I was going through something, trying to figure out exactly what that helping is, I went to see a counselor, and she was like, like, so what do you want to help people with? In my in me, I always see me helping somebody, um, anything that it is, like like always like that mind of service. And so when I got into nursing, it felt like I found my path. Um, I remember they had asked, like to write an essay, like why you wanted to be a nurse, like a nurse. And what I had said is, like it's a mission, like God gave us a mission. If that mission is not completed, you always feel like you're not complete.
You're not
So
fulfilled, if you will. Yeah.
exactly, you're not fulfilled. So that's exactly, like going into that, that's what it felt to me. Like I felt like I have served before, but serving in that sense helped to not only helping somebody feel better, um, um, like medically feel better, but also provide them in a sense of comfort, and like provide them like there's somebody who understand what you are going through.
So my wife wanted to pursue nursing, and the idea of waiting 4 years and then starting the job that she wanted. And then the idea of, but I want to have children and I want to be home for the children. I don't want to go to work. That was a conflict. So she abandoned the idea of nursing.
Mhm.
Clearly, it wasn't a passion. So, did you go that traditional route as well, or did you have a speedier process to it?
I did a speedier process. So when I would consider myself a late bloomer in the sense of finding my path. So I did do like a first 4 year degree, but decided to go into something else. And then later on, like in my late 30s, I decided to go back to school. So when I went back to school, I had to do my prerequisites, and then I found a program that was an accelerated program that transferred whatever higher degree you have, anything beyond a bachelor, you can connect that and have like a BSN. So I did like a 1 year accelerated program to so I can have like a faster, um, like transition into the nursing field.
So my wife struggled with the whole idea of committing to doing 4 year wait plus going through the courses and the classes of nursing, and then we wanted children, and she's like, I want to be home for my kids. I'm not letting a babysitter baby my kids, kind of a thing, right? So talk to me about your process, and did you dedicate the full time in that it required with the wait list, or did you have an expedited version?
Well, for me, I went the a fast route. I did an accelerated program that was a 12 months program.
Oh, wow.
And what I did, since I already had a bachelor degree, I was able to use that.
Well, I'm glad you got the expedited version. That's phenomenal.
Yes.
So let's fast forward. When did the tax career begin? And more importantly, why?
So financial freedom is always something that I strive for. So I had joined a group where it was a social group helping you be more financial literate. And I met Derek through that group, and he does taxes. So through
Shout out to
him,
Derek Pettis. He is our
he
brother
said
from
it.
another mother. Yeah, the man, the
Yes,
myth, the legend.
yes, yes. So I got interested in taxes through him. I did tax prior, like a long time ago. I did work with H&R Block for about a year where I did taxes, but I kind of like let that go. And when I met Derek Pettis, and the way he is so into it and very giving, like especially with the marketing part of it, teaching me and like his group how to get into it and how to be more financial independent through doing the taxes. So I got really involved in doing that.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate even the way he operates. And if you're duplicating that, my friend, you are solid in my book with a big signature of endorsement. Yeah, so we're gonna take a little bit of a commercial break. We got to pay some
Yeah.
bills. After we do come back, I want to dig into all things PFS Tax Pro Orlando and all the fun stuff that you have. This is the season for those of you who are watching right now. You're gonna want to pay attention because if you are an employee and or a business owner, there's a lot of different variables and items that may be very beneficial to you. We'll be right back.
My name is Martine Newman. Tax season is here, and if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry. PFS Tax Pro Orlando has got your back. We offer virtual tax filing that's super easy and convenient. No more long lines, no waiting around. Plus, we know all the deductions and credits you might be missing out. So trust me, we'll make sure you leave no money on the table. And here's the best part. We can help you get your cash in just one day with our cash advance option. That's right. Maximum refund, fast cash. It's a win-win. Worried about not having a bank account? No problem. We offer a prepaid debit card so you can access your money in no time. You get to choose how you want your refund, whether you want a direct deposit or a check. It's totally up to you. So why stress about taxes when you can let PFS Tax Pro Orlando handle everything? Hit us up today and let's make this tax season the easiest one yet. Remember, we're here to help you get the most out of your refund. Let's do this together.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ali Midawi in here with the one and only Martine Newman out of PFS Tax Pro Orlando. And this is the part that I really, I'm going to do you all a favor. As you know, in the
Mhm.
ME show, it's not just about talking the talk, but it's about giving you value. It's about educating you. And of course, as always, it's all about giveaways. So you want to stick around with us as I'm going to be giving away not only to our audience who are watching and listening to this, a 5-night, 6-day vacation to Mexico, all inclusive, with not only beverage, lodging, and food. You just got to cover your taxes. But guess what, Martine? For anybody who sets up an appointment with you, and we're going to give away vacations. Yes, you heard that right. $3,000 per $60,000 worth of vacations we're about to comp for you and your audience. So for anybody who goes and sets up an appointment for a consultation and or does an appointment with you to evaluate their tax circumstance and situation, we're going to give them a 5 night, 6 day vacation. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it first. We hook up our people, and now, Martine, we're going to hook up yours as well. All right.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much for that. That would be it would be like a disservice for them to like pass this up.
And there you go. You know what's funny? I usually say we don't aim to satisfy, we aim to wow. We just got to wow, 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 baby. So we just did it. All right, here we go. Let me get into the services first of all that you offer. First and foremost, you do focus on employees and or business owners. You are not just a tax preparer, you are actually a tax professional. Therefore, you do work with individuals based on whatever variables. You're not just somebody who just fills up their information, correct?
Correct. Um, So I do take the time to, with my background in nursing, like really take the time to understand the person because everybody's situation is definitely very different. So what may be good for one person, it's going to be very different for somebody else. So, that's where I come in. You like really take the time to understand the person and I do some education, like letting the person know like what like what I'm doing this way for the next year or if in the future they are more prepared like to like to know the process like that we have to do.
That's phenomenal. And let's dig into the different elements of what you offer. So, first and foremost, a lot of times, especially in this tax season, we kind of hear similarities in different areas, right? But the most important piece is not the similarities, but just being in details, right? The intricate details. So, you focus not only on maximizing the refunds,
Mhm.
you do make yourself available year around for your clientele, and you have the peace of mind assurance as well. And my favorite part of what you do is there's this $7,000 that I see coming in and out. Talk to us a little bit on the details of these items that I just mentioned, and of course, how does that $7,000 work?
The $7,000, we'll start with that. It's a cash advance. So basically, the bank make available to us money that before the IRS is dispensing the funds, the banks makes money available based on an estimate that we based on the estimate of the tax return that you that the client has. So like let's say for example somebody qualifies for $10,000, so out of that $10,000 based on their credit history they may qualify for up to $7,000, but everybody's situation is different. Some people may qualify for up to that amount, some people may qualify for less. So
That's
yeah.
so, and as far as recovering or receiving the maximum refund, what are some of the variables that are important for the individual, or how would I prepare myself to have the best and the most refund if I'm an employee?
Okay, so if you're an employee, um, to be able, first of all, like a tax return is based on however amount of taxes that you had paid into, like from whatever was withheld from you. Okay, so if you did not put anything in, so you may not get or refund back. I don't know if I'm making sense with that. So it's basically, like whatever you put in, okay, at the end of the year, you might get a refund. So some people, sometimes like they might maximize already on what the employer um, is taking. So they might maximize on that. So they already get their refund beforehand. So we may not be able to maximize for that person unless they have expenses or other deductions, like that may come into play. So, for example, if we have a single mother who um, may qualify for earned income tax credit, or they may have like the child tax credit. So somebody like that, we might be able to help them maximize more in terms of like based on, like certain deductions and credits that they might qualify for as an employee.
Now, for a business owner, it's a whole different element. And of course, we're talking about write offs, but many times either business owners do not know how to categorize their write offs or they just don't do what they need to be doing to document. What is some of the best practices based on your clientele to have a pleasant experience and maximize those write offs and, of course, minimize the tax liability that a business owner would have?
Well, um, so for a business owner, you have more of a leeways, more of a deductions through the expenses that you have. And what we encourage people to do, like let's say, some people are very new in business, they may not know what they were supposed to do. So we encourage them to have a profit and loss statements where we kind of like help them to find out like certain expenses that they may not have. Like, let's say, for example, if you work from your home, so the home office deduction, a lot of people don't even know. Even if they know, sometimes they may not know how to claim and what to claim. So we kind of like guide people to um, list certain deductions, like your vehicle deductions, like different types of deductions that like will help you maximize your return.
That's phenomenal. Now, I'm writing some notes in here for myself. Some of the times and I think I asked you when we were doing some pre-recording sessions, as business owners, we have this like, well, maybe I should wait until the end of the year. Maybe I should do it quarterly. And I believe your answer was it depends on the circumstance, but your favorite is to go with the annual, correct?
Oh, for me, definitely waiting at the end to do your pay for your taxes to me is the best practice. But based on certain people like may have like different situations where if you're gonna owe a whole lot of taxes, it might be a better idea to do them quarterly. But if you need the funds to run your business, me, like I would recommend, like go pay for everything toward the end and, have a chance to maximize your deductions and based on the expenses that you had throughout the year.
Do you believe that individuals who deal with tax issues, is it from personal discipline? Is it from lack of understanding? Is it working with the wrong person? Because there are a lot of people who get in trouble with taxes. And when I say trouble, it could be just audits, it could be, an adjustment or recalculation or what have you. But what is your advice, I guess, for that individual?
Well, I was talking to a friend of mine, and one thing that she told me was she was in deep debt because whoever did her taxes, I believe 2018, she said the person like told her, like I'm gonna make you get like a big refund, and part of the big refund that he made her get, like he got, a big part of it too. So when the IRS come back to audit, she's left, holding the bag, like having to pay for everything. And he never answers her call or anything like that. So a lot of times, like it could be, like the person, like the taxpayer's fault, or it might be, like the person who's doing their taxes, like for them. So what I pride myself into is keeping everything legal and make sure I don't do anything that would put my clients in a position where they would be in, like in, they would be in jeopardy, with, like the law, breaking the law. I don't do that, and I don't believe in that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. There's some people who would inflate, I guess, for the lack of better words, their
Mhm.
write-offs just so they can see that number on the top right corner going up and up and up and up and up, not realizing, hey, this is going to come back and backfire in some cases 5, 7 years later that you don't you're not even expecting it to. So yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
In terms of doing business with your office, in person and or online as well, I would anticipate?
Well, so for me, I do virtual, and I also, if the person is local, I can go to them. If they can, like, I can meet them, like either, like in their home, or we can find like a common place, like for us to meet. I don't have a like I work from home, like I'm virtual, but I'm also making myself mobile to for my clients.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And like I've said, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a nurse that organically, naturally, and automatically, what she does day to day is put other people over her own well being. I mean, we kind of tapped on a little bit earlier before the break that you were in the midst of all things COVID when COVID-19 was its prime. How was that experience? Because you were in the epicenter of it, and from what I understand, your unit was predominantly focused on COVID. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Um, COVID was a tough time, and definitely going through that made me realize a lot of things. Like life is short, and if there's something that you want to do, right now is the time. And when the opportunity came to me, like that, I can do like learn, uh, be like more financial free. Like during COVID, I actually like started doing travel nursing. Like I was very afraid before to go into it because like you never know what to expect. So like going through COVID, I said, you know what? Right now it's what a better time like to go and do it because a lot of hospitals were more open to paying nurses a little bit more than what they were paying us before. So that kind of like pushed me to do that. And through doing it, I'm like, hey, you know what? I can make more. I can also help more. Like I remember, like I had a friend who was like, we were traveling together, so we started like learning more about like financial, like stuff, financial independence, and like that having that mindset that you can be more and you can have more if you work hard enough for it.
And again, I cannot stress this enough for somebody who puts her life in the line to save the lives of others, and that's a literal statement.
Mhm.
Imagine now what she would do for you when it comes to your taxes, which is a whole lot safer than we're talking about the health and such. Um, how do you keep up? I mean, you already have a full career, and then you initiated your business for not only multiple streams of income but to obviously cater to the masses and help in a different way. But how do you keep up with all the education necessary?
Um, it's you have to like find ways to do everything. So, like I have to I still love nursing. I still love to help people, but I also love, like the whole, like financial freedom, like learning to teach somebody else. So I create the time, like to, like do the classes, like do online and try to like keep myself on like updated on whatever, like on the new laws and everything.
And that is something that takes a lot of time. That's something that you just kind of do a seminar once a year. Like what is the frequency of that?
Like I do online. I haven't like I'm still new to the whole tax, so I do mostly online.
Yeah, that's great. And the beautiful thing is, no matter your nuances, you are creating some results for your clientele. And definitely, I'm super excited to hear, especially if you are in the Florida, specifically Orlando area. You definitely want to make sure you hit up PFS Pro Orlando. No, PFS Tax Pro Orlando.com/ tax prep. And you can upload your content or your documents on the actual site itself. You can schedule an appointment. And remember, We got 20 vacations that are worth $3,000 giveaway if you go ahead and do that first. So the first 20 people, you're definitely want to go ahead and take advantage. We're going to take another break. And when we do come back, I want to dive into the future of this superhero. And she is indeed a superhero, whether from a nursing perspective or the taxation system. We will take a break and we'll be right back.
My name is Martine Newman. Taxes in is here. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry. PFS Tax Pro Orlando has got your back. We offer virtual tax filing that's super easy and convenient. No more long lines, no waiting around. Plus, we know all the deductions and credits you might be missing out. So trust me, we'll make sure you leave no money on the table. And here's the best part. We can help you get your cash in just one day with our cash advance option. That's right. Maximum refund, fast cash, it's a win-win. Worried about not having a bank account? No problem. We offer a prepaid debit card so you can access your money in no time. You get to choose how you want your refund, whether you want a direct deposit or a check. It's totally up to you. So why stress about taxes when you can let PFS Tax Pro Orlando handle everything? Hit us up today and let's make this tax season the easiest one yet. Remember, we're here to help you get the most out of your refund. Let's do this together.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, we are with the one and only Martine Newman out of Orlando, Florida. She is amazing, incredible, and of course, her expertise shines through your screen and through your platform. Please make sure you visit her website, and please, not while you're driving. If you are listening to us, I know many of our listeners they listen to us while they're on their way to work or to home. So please, please, please keep that phone on the holder. But if you are not driving, make sure you visit her website today. It's either in the description or if you're watching the video version of this interview, obviously you can see it in your screen. So let's dive into the future. We talked about your past. We talked about what you have and what you're offering and focusing on for your clientele today. Where do you see this going in the future? What is the selfish, positive want and desire for you out of this whole journey?
Education. I feel that taxes for me is a way to build financial freedom. It's a way to build financial wealth. A lot of times we make the money, but um, it's what you get to keep. Okay, so a lot of times, you make it, it's all gone. And taxes, to me, knowing what to claim, the deductions to get, like in all of that, helps, like create that financial freedom. So where do I see that? To me, that's a great business. I am working with Derek Pettis, with PFS Tax Pro, and we are a franchise. He is I guess, like the headquarter, leading that whole service that we are in. And I am learning a lot from him. I consider him my mentor in that endeavor because he takes the time to um, explain and mentor and market and doing all of the stuff that helps grow the business. So definitely from that standpoint, like I can see myself growing and doing more with this business.
Well, I'm excited to see more because your passion obviously is beyond. Now, from a personal side of things, I know last time me and you talked, we recorded some videos, and you were talking about freedom and what it actually means to you. And freedom means different things for different individuals. I'd love, love, love to hear what is freedom in your own words to you, and how do you see yourself creating it?
Freedom to me is it's something that it's not palpable. It's something that is permeating. It's a mindset. It's a way of life. Sometimes you can have a whole lot of money but don't have freedom. To me, it's a mindset. Like you need health, you need the capacity to enjoy whatever it is that you have. So if you have the health, you don't have the money. It's almost like you don't have anything. If you have the money, you don't have the health. You need it's a whole encompassing that includes like the mind, the body, soul, the health, the wealth. And for me to be able to, like, I love to travel. I haven't done enough of it. And freedom for me is having like that opportunity to go and travel, not just travel to just like sit around and do nothing, but travel and share and participate and be able to have something to offer and also have something to learn from the area that I want to go to. And the first place that I want to go to is Senegal. Don't ask me why, but for some reason my heart calls me to go to Senegal. So
Is that something that is from a spiritual standpoint? Is it ministry? Is it like what was it in the moment? I'm not gonna ask why, but I am going to ask because that intrigued me. Like, when did this revelation have occur as far as Senegal, and what do you anticipate or envision to do in Senegal?
Senegal happened. I was in high school and I got this book from this author called Leopold Sedar Senghor. And the name of the book was La Muraille de Ségur. I know you speak French.
Yeah, the mural of
So one, for some reason, there's something in me that says I need to go there. There's something that calls me there. I don't know what it is exactly. Um, and I don't know what it is, but
Well, I can't wait when we do a round two of this interview and you tell me I figured it out, because that's an intriguing
yes.
revelation. Yeah, no, it genuinely. Yeah. The other thing that when we talked, you were like, I am, and it's in video. You said it. I am 51 years young, and I love
It's
freedom. I
there.
feel
Yeah.
I feel younger than ever, and I feel there's so much for me to do. So, what are some of the bucket lists that you want to do? Because you definitely look very, very young to say that you are 51 years young.
So for me, 2025 is my year of freedom. And two things that I know on my bucket list I want to do. I want to travel, and one place that I would definitely love to go is to go to Senegal. And the next thing that always been in my mind is helping women, especially single mothers. Um, Not just single mothers. Let me rephrase that. Helping women, because being a woman, I empathize more. I understand, like the struggle sometimes, like we have, like that we are going through. So helping women more, like financial literacy. Okay, so that's what I'm learning, and that's what like my tax business, like that's what I'm trying to do, is as I'm doing taxes for people, is also like try to educate at the same time, um, because I feel that a lot of us lack, like that education. It's a lot of time like that's not something that they teach you in school. That's not something that even sometimes our parents who are trying to do the best for us even know, like what to do. So definitely that's my goal, like trying to institute something to like help, like other women.
I love that. Well, I'm excited to support that mission, and you know, let me know, let the ME team know if there's a way to kind of support you whenever the time is right for that mission. Because look, whether it's men or women,
Mhm.
I think it's important for us to kind of take a step back and reinvest in our own communities. And our communities start with our little family, and then it expands to our extended family, and then neighborhood, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he or she who really knows or at least has a healthy spiritual relationship with God knows that we are all one big family, right? We may look different. It's like
Mhm.
we are like a pile of balloons that we may be different shapes and different colors, but it's the same helium that makes us all rise to the top, right? So that's that spirituality that I believe that we are all one, and we want to be part of your mission. We want to help you out in any way that you desire. So definitely let us know. As obviously, we'd love to help on that aspect. Um, any final remarks as we are coming towards the end of this interview for women out there specifically, or immigrants out there who may not have the courage to act on a vision like you did, because you had a vision and you acted on it. Most people, they may have it and see it here, but they don't have the courage to speak it or the bravery to act on it. What is that inspirational message, if you will, for that person who may doubt themselves to follow the path that you chose?
I'll say it's not always easy to do, but sometimes you have to be your best advocate. You have to be the one that says, enough is enough. Um, and don't be afraid to speak out, to speak up. If you somewhere and you feel like you're not being treated right, I always tell people there's so many places that you can be, while you are trying to get to the top. When you hear, make your mark, like make yourself count, like don't be sitting, like in the corner by yourself, like speak out, ask questions. I ask a lot of questions sometimes. It's after like I really get to know people that they're telling me, you know what, you were asking me some very tough questions, but every question has an answer to it. The person can choose not to answer you, but at the same time, like you will never know what you don't ask, you know? So I encourage people to, like speak up. Like if people don't want to, if one person don't want to give it to you, go to somebody else. If nobody wants to give it to you, read a book. If nobody wants to, if you can't read, watch a video, do something, like keep yourself educated. So I believe education is key, and, go for it.
I love that. I love that. And look, you inspired us, and I relate to you so many ways. Specifically for the simple fact, as I've mentioned, we both are immigrants. We both understand the transition and the adaptation that is required to be part of a new world, if you will. And we both had a vision, and I'm excited to see you, kind of building yours to the way that you want it. And make sure, ladies and gentlemen, you visit the website that is in your screen right now, or just go to the description that is along with this episode, wherever you may be listening and watching. Make sure that you hit up Martine, as we're going to include her social media assets. Though there are staff members, I know that she personally would respond to you. And remember, the first 20 individuals that are going to move forward and schedule that consultation for tax purposes, we'll definitely hook you up with 5 nights, 6-day vacation, all inclusive to Mexico, beverage, food, and lodging. All you got to cover is your taxes, and enjoy the trip. This is not a timeshare. There's no presentation. No one is making a dime or commission out of this. It is purely a gift and a giveaway to incentivize you to do what you already know you should be doing, which is working with this rock star. We appreciate you and we thank you. And Martine, thank you for giving me this exclusive. And I cannot wait for the world to hear it as much as we enjoyed hearing it in here at the ME Studios. Until next time, peace out, everybody.
My name is Martine Newman. Taxes in is here. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry. PFS Tax Pro Orlando has got your back. We offer virtual tax filing that's super easy and convenient. No more long lines, no waiting around. Plus, we know all the deductions and credits you might be missing out. So trust me, we'll make sure you leave no money on the table. And here's the best part. We can help you get your cash in just one day with our cash advance option. That's right. Maximum refund, fast cash. It's a win-win. Worried about not having a bank account? No problem. We offer a prepaid debit card so you can access your money in no time. You get to choose how you want your refund, whether you want a direct deposit or a check. It's totally up to you. So why stress about taxes when you can let PFS Tax Pro Orlando handle everything? Hit us up today and let's make this tax season the easiest one yet. Remember, we're here to help you get the most out of your refund. Let's do this together.